The B Series is fun to fly and a great introduction to kiteboarding. These kites are a must when learning basic kite flying skills. They offer just the right amount of power to give new kiters the feel of a traction kite, but not enough to feel unsafe. When choosing a location to fly your B2, look for a wide open area with smooth wind and free of obstacles, including fences, power lines, trees, roads, and people. Once you have found the ideal location, unroll your kite with the trailing edge facing the wind and secure it by placing a few small rocks or sand on the trailing edge. The thin black lines attached to the kite is called the bridle. The bridle has a left side and right side. Pick up both sides and do a visual check to make sure there are no tangles in the bridle. When you know the bridle is tangle-free, then it's time to connect the flying lines. Unroll a few feet of line off your line winder and match up the green flying line with the green bridle attachment and the red flying line to the red bridle attachment. Now make a lark's head knot with the end of your flying line. Slip it over the knot on your bridle attachment, secure the knot, and repeat these steps for the other side. Unroll the rest of your flying line while walking backwards, then attach your flying lines to the control bar leader lines, also using a lark's head knot. Pick up your bar to check for any line twists. If there are, spin your bar until the lines are straight. Once you untwist the lines, do a visual check to make sure the slingshot logo on the bar is faced towards you and on the left-hand side. The bar should always be in this position to assure you that it's right side up. When packing up your B2, grab both lines in one hand and begin wrapping your lines around the line winder using an over and under motion. Continue wrapping your lines until you're a few feet from the bridle, then wrap your flying lines tightly around the end of your bar to secure your lines. Fold one wing tip to the center and place the bar on the fabric of the kite to prevent it from getting tangled in the bridle. Then roll the wing tips to the center and repeat those steps on the other side. Now you can pack it away in this stuff sack and it is ready to go for next time. Now you're ready to fly the B2. First, find the wind direction to help identify the wind window. This is the zone your kite will fly in. Think of the wind window as a clock. Between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock is the power zone, where the kite flies the fastest, and 12 o'clock is where you place the kite to launch directly downwind. Before launching, make sure there are no twists in your lines, and that your hands are shoulder width apart. Then give your partner a signal to launch your kite. Your arms should be extended with a slight bend in your elbows. Bring the kite straight up to the position known as neutral. Once you can safely control the kite in the neutral position, then make some small figure 8 turns. To turn the kite, pull in towards you on one side and hold the bar in that position until the kite begins to turn. Then pull in on the other side of the bar until the kite turns in the opposite direction. In strong wind, you don't need to pull in too hard to get the kite to respond, and in lighter wind you may have to pull in harder. Once you have mastered small figure 8s, try larger diameter figure 8s by sweeping the kite back and forth from one side of the power zone to the other. Try to keep the kite moving forward at the same speed to feel an even amount of power. Keep in mind, the faster you fly the kite, the more powerful it is, so if you want to feel more power, large diameter figure 8s will give you the power you are looking for. See how the kite responds in different areas of the wind window. Fly the kite to the edge of the window to simulate landing your kite, and notice how the kite responds slower than when it is in the power zone. Then practice landing your kite to your partner and relaunching from the edge of the wind window. Another skill that will help is to run with the kite. This creates apparent wind and allows the kite to fly when there is a lull in the wind or the wind is super light. To simulate getting up on a kiteboard, try sitting down, then sweeping the kite from one side of the wind window to the other. When you feel the kite has maximum power, raise up to your feet and continue your figure 8s. These are the same steps used when learning to kiteboard. There could be a situation when your lines are crossed, and that's okay, your kite will still fly. To untwist the lines, park your kite in neutral and spin yourself in the opposite direction. Or you can loop your kite until the lines are straight. If you are alone and need to self-launch your kite, place sand on the trailing edge of the kite to secure it. Walk back to your bar and pull it in to release the sand from your kite, and off it goes. To self-land the kite, steer it to the edge of the window until it hits the ground. If you steer it to the left side, pull in on the left flying line to completely depower the kite. Then walk towards the kite while holding onto the line. Once you reach the kite, do a quick fold job, secure the kite, then walk back to the bar to wrap up the lines and pack it away. Now get out there, practice your skills, be safe, and have fun.